Thank you, speakers. Thank you so much. And with that, I would now like to invite our Vice President, Ishita Sharan. Ishita Sharan is the Vice President here, as I already mentioned, and she was not formally introduced earlier. She is the Vice President at TCG Digital and also an IIT Kharagpur alum. She is passionate about healthcare system, and she is the one who actually made this happen. She was pioneer in telling others that please do this session. This is very much needed in this time. And thank you, Chita, for making it possible. And we would now like to invite you for your closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, Lochan. And thank you for the lovely introduction. Let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not able to see my own screen. Anyway, that's fine.
You got to make it full screen.
Okay, sorry.
Slideshow. No, slideshow.
Yes.
There
So,
you go.
I would once again like to thank all the speakers, Mukesh, Paddy, Balaji, Vivek, Dr. Dubey, Bharat, everyone for their inspiring talk and for the outstanding impact you all have created. And I would also like to thank Nidhi and Sarvat for moderating the session. So quickly coming back to the pandemic, we have seen the statistics that Dr. Dubey and Bharat have shared with us. We know of all the adverse impact it has created. It has affected our mental life. It has made inequalities worse. It has affected us economically. Industries have been disrupted. And so effectively the question that arises, a simple question that arises for us is, how do we protect the physical, mental, and economic health of people? So that's a simple question. And that is the question that all our speakers have answered today through their talk, through the work that they have done. So I will not go over, I was planning to actually provide a one-line summary of what each speaker covered, but I think in the interest of time, I'll skip that. And I will go on to our a call to action slide. So the phrase that I have come up with is be a catalyst for change, inspire and be inspired. So the 6 speakers we saw were very, very inspiring. They're being change makers, and that's a message I would like to share with the Bay Area community and all the attendees on this session. So, sorry. Our community consists of people from all walks, all professions. We have entrepreneurs, innovators, nonprofit founders, industry veterans, funding partners, government, people in government, policymakers, volunteers, individual donors, across geographies, across industries. And what we can do, what we can do is boundless, given the diverse background we all bring in. And I have listed a couple of areas for those looking to do startups, those looking for ideas. These are a couple of areas people can take on. So for software, for example, tracing the outbreak, reducing the spread. So these are some ways you can use tech software. On the healthcare side, again, these things have already been discussed, medical equipment, facilities, scale testing, treatment R&D, and as Vivek mentioned, these as a standalone, they won't work. You need partnerships. On the media side, something similar to what Dr. Dubey is doing, knowledge aggregation, making sure you have the consumers, patients have the right updated information, projects around community, mental health, and for people stuck at home, e-learning solutions, those who have lost a job placement. So these are just a couple of ideas, and there's actually, I'll refer to this website called helpwithcovid.com, So if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, there are more than 500 projects there. Some of them are actually already funded. So that's a call to action, and I will quickly cover what our plans are. So this is this plan that you see is a plan that we have for a COVID situation. Unfortunately, we can't do in-person events, but what we have decided is to take advantage of the online environment to offer more. So we will continue with our tech talks, panel discussions, and we will also enable new services addressing the challenges of the current times. We'll have a job portal, we'll offer mentorship, hackathons, offer collaboration, online networking, vertical discussion, and more. Long term, we also want to offer services for startups, Shark Tank, helping startups get into accelerators, startup CEOs to network with each other, volunteer recruitment, platform for students. We are very passionate. We want to support women entrepreneurs and leaders. So we're looking to create a platform for that as well. And finally, once things open up, hopefully some part of middle or the third quarter of next year, we will have social activities, not just professional activities, but also fun activities, luncheons, gala nights, and a lot more. And at the end, I would like to wrap up by thanking our generous donors, Archana, Ashok, Dev, Panchali, Rahul, Shiri, Subaramanan, Sultan, and Sunil. And finally, in the end, I would like to thank our attendees for the insightful questions and the engaged comments in several cases. So thank you, everyone, and I will hand it back to Lochan for wrapping up.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing my screen.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ishita. It was really an inspiring session. If you have any questions and if you would like to connect with our speakers further, please send an email at info@iitbayarea.org. And last but not the least, can I request everyone to please unmute yourself? We would like to have a huge, huge round of applause for our speakers. Can I start applauding our speakers? Can we all start that? Thank you so much. And we would also like to have a huge round of applause for our frontline workers who are putting their lives at risk for saving others' lives.
Absolutely.
And thank you to our attendees for joining us today. Because of you, we would like to work harder and harder to build this beautiful community together. With this, I would like to close this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.